Mississippi. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Ole Miss Rebels. Restate the state of Pollock and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. Coach said he did have a conversation with his star running back. He is very aware of the preseason hype and conversations about a possible Heisman run. He said none of that matters right now. The only run you have to concentrate on is the next one. Focusing on his job each and every play will make him in the Heisman conversation much later in the season. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the opening kickoff sails out of bounds. Maybe a little bit of nerves and hopefully not an omen for the way this season's going to go. Wants to throw one first. Going for a big play right off the bat. They went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Shut it down's going up top. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. 2nd down to the air. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you've got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And now, and if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs, because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Rush right in his face. Across the 35. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell they want a touchdown. They want points 4th down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Looking for more room. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Got the quick completion. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Ole Miss calls its second timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get it through the air. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it down the field. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And this offense chooses aggressiveness, man. 3rd down and short, a lot of people think run, be physical. I got 4 downs. They say, no, bro. I know your defense is going to be aggressive. I might get a look I want to get. They got the look. Throw the bomb down the field and make the big play.
And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going to the ground. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a 1st down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Between the hashes, it's Green. right down the gut of the field. Into the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Blaylock. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. The Sooners will hustle to the line. Wants to go up top on second down. Left side is Carrion. Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to...
Throws it deep. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Here's Underwood to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Out wide right, it's Marsh. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone, third. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Rebels. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Drops back on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks. in this game. And so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Timed it perfect.
Get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Fresh center downs going to the air. Right down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you. Don't be too...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Wesco. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Second and long here. The corners are walked up tight. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He wants to throw it again. Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Snaps on fourth down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Has it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
Oh, how could that happen? He misses the extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Underwood. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Finds the big tight end. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Rebels have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They give it back to him. Still running at the 35. Wide open. Touchdown, Rebels. Roll into the end zone, and this. Is eating it up.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off in style with a 47-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
On the move. He'll pull it down. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Wants to throw one first. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Long way to go on second down. Ole Miss calls its third and final timeout. And now they'll have to go the rest of the half with no timeouts remaining. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He'll try to do it himself.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew he was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple of yards. But this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Buying time to his right. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He's changing the play. Throwing, Underwood. Going for it all on one play. And he went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope? Maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off.
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
Underwood from the gun on third down. Complete. Feeds him the stiff arm, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And the ball bounces out of bounds in the end zone. It is a turnover and a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Got an alley. There he goes. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
The Sooners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Left side is Wilson. Makes him talk to the hand. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
They're all over it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on.
Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Flush to the left. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And man, oh man, I just don't understand what we're trying to do offensively. Like, last possession was your 4th pick, and coming out, throwing again. They've got to find some way to settle this dude down or settle his behind on the bench and find somebody else that can make some plays.
Quarterback couldn't quite make the connection on the last play. That brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He uncorks one deep. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
The field goal is no good. And a chance to get the deficit under 20, could not do it. It is still a 22-point margin. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays, exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Unloads it left. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Quarterback changing the play. 4th down, Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. The Rebels moving quickly to the line. Again, it's Underwood. A shot toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Smashes it between the uprights. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Oh, pressure's coming. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Tulane taking on the number 24 team, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And it's the Green Wave, looking to get the job done on the road. Right now, it's early, but they lead this season opener. Let's take a look at some of the other notable games going on, including one that looks like it could be headed towards Upset City.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Here's Underwood to throw. Right side, it's Green. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the 2nd half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Underwood on the play action. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Marsh. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Underwood under pressure. And it's a sack.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to pass, it's Underwood. Out wide right, it's Lacey. Pulled to the ground.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Throwing, Underwood. Turns it upfield. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Rebels. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Right side, it's Wilson. Snags it, and there's running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
Drops back on 1st down. Looking for a big play. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Fighting off the defender. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at 13. He's now up to 95 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Making the adjustment on the play. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Third and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Quarterback keeps it. Brought down at the 20. It's a 1st down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the 1st down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got 1st down. Let's go fast.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Underwood rushes on. Blasted as he lets it go. Just had to get rid of it.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Underwood in the gun on third down. Out wide right, it's Green. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Look out! Left side, it's Lacey. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Bryce Underwood to the air again. He's got an open man. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. And the Rebels in the hurry-up. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Back to pass, it's Bentley. Turns up, it's Thomas. He's past the 30. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it.
Oh, he wants it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards, because everything's been difficult today.
And back to the air on second down. Out wide left, it's Carrion. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And he gets rid of it.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Moving the pocket, it's Bentley. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. In traffic, it's Landry.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Wants to throw one first. Rush right in his face. Soft spot in the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. And the Sooners go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to keep it in the air. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense, and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Oh, man, he goes down, and he's going to lose yardage on that one. They've converted twice on fourth down so far. Will they make it 3? Looking for the marker. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats at the end of the season. We look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Oklahoma sends the offense out ready to go on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making it.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Great place to start for this offense. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Here's Underwood to throw. Fires to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Right side, it's Lacey. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here lately.
Looking for the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Got a little space. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the... I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. Ready to try the point after. Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the 4th quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game, it looks like.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Play fake, Underwood. Buys time to his left. Caught in the backfield, it's Odom. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Nowhere to go with the football that time. Great job by the defense watching the QB's eyes, and how about tackling the catch? He wasn't able to throw it deep down the field, but as soon as the guy made the snag, down he went.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. That last completion was not exactly what they had in mind. Going backwards, they'll try to convert on 3rd down. Throwing, Underwood. Wide open downfield. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeps it, looking for room. Turning it on. Past the 50. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
The run inside. It's Blaylock. Breaks the tackle.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing and you need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Just feeds the running back. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean,
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. On the move. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Run in the red zone. It's Blaylock. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Fires into the end zone. And he throws another interception. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th.